Hello traders, good morning. Good morning everyone. Welcome to the exciting money market review. My name is Emmanuel Dogu. It's nice and it's good to have you guys here today. So what we do here every trading day, Monday through Friday, we analyze the market. We'll give you tips and tricks on how to navigate the market profitably. Let's do a little sound check before we can start, guys. Traders, let me know if you can hear me. Straight to the chat room there. I can hear you. Just okay, just type sound at the chat room. That will indicate you can hear me. Those are all good and doing well. US election has come and gone, but the volatility is still staring us in our faces. I want to believe you were able to rock and, of course, trade that high volatility on the market. I want to believe you were on the profitable side, the profiting side of the market. But nevertheless, if you were not on the profitable side or the profiting side of the market, I hope you're able to cut short the losses. Well, I believe you should be on the profitable side because if you have been following up all of the news, the data, the polling market, the betting market around the news, you can see that sentiments have been on the side of Trump, right? Have been on the side of Trump winning the election. So, guys, I think only one person typed sound. Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? Traders in the room, please, can you hear me? Okay, stitching it. Okay, let me believe that you all can hear me. So, Mr. Ibrahim, please, if you can hear me, please put off your video. Thank you. Mr. Ibrahim, if you can hear me, put off your video, please. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. So as I was saying, sentiment was on the side of Trump winning the election. And of course, if you compare the way the U.S. economy was doing, I mean, the U.S. economy, the health of the general economy during Trump and of course, this Biden and Harris, you notice that Trump's economy, Trump's version of the U.S. economy was far better than that of the Biden. So, and of course, it simply means that if Trump is to win the election, US economy will bounce back, right? Or it will correct itself. And of course, that is the US dollar. So US dollar will become stronger. Of course, that was what we saw on the chart. For example, we saw USD skyrocketing and of course showing strength and momentum to the upside. Instrument like Euro USD, in fact, all of the USD denominated currency pair, they were diving and of course rushing to the downside. So, for example, Euro USD moved down very well during that news, right? During the time of the news, I mean on the 5th, turning to on the 6th, right? Between 5th and 6th, there was a massive move to the downside on all of the USD denominated currency pair. We saw that move to the downside. I want to believe it's still it's a strong move to the downside, okay? Okay, of course we know that gold has a negative correlation with the dollar, and of course not 100% negatively correlated. So that means favoring the dollar, of course, you know, gold will also have some downtime, okay? I mean, gold will go down a little bit. So I've been able to answer you, Chino. That was why we saw gold.
I'm on you. Buy. Is it still going to buy?
Okay, we are going to analyze it. I will not just give you an answer. Remember, GBUSD, USD, gold is part of what we analyze in this session. Okay, so we analyze it together and, of course, get some value together. Okay. So, Mr. Wisdom there says, sir, I watched one of your video on GBUSD about the 350 pips. It's actually a 500 pips I made on that news, right? I have the video on YouTube. It's actually 500 pips, not just 350 pips. But that 500 pips came from multiple entries, right? Multiple entries, up to 5 entries on the let me share my screen and show you. It came is 5 entries. So I have this particular video. So it's actually over 500. It's actually over 500 pips, right? And of course, I cumulatively gave up to $455. I will show you. Excuse me. So it's actually multiple entries, right? So you can, so it's not that the market move up to 500 pips. No, multiple entries. You can do multiple entries, and of course, then of course, you can take it up to that particular amount. Where is my? Just a minute, please. So what we normally do is we try to go through technical analysis, fundamental analysis, of course, make it very, very clear so that you understand how the market moves. We'll give you tips and tricks on how to navigate the market profitably during news, and of course, you can always combine fundamental analysis with technical analysis, and of course, make some good money for yourself. Excuse me. So that particular news I traded, I actually combined both technical analysis and fundamental analysis. So I will show you the kind of technical analysis I combine with fundamental analysis in trading that particular news, and show you if there is the opportunity for a sell-off of the market so that you can make money again. Of course, we'll be happy, okay? So in the next few weeks or next month is December, and of course, the first people is already rushing and coming to us. So we have to make money up, so that December will sweet. Now November, now from November we didn't know. Or December we go sweet. It is from November, you know. So from this November, you should start making good money for yourself, guys. I want to believe if you have small capital, guys, you can do a top up on your account. Call your account officer, or you can reach me, okay, to assist you in doing that so that we can rock the market. Trump is now the president of the United States. And of course, we expect the dollar to even increase in value, I mean, to get stronger, so that we can continue rocking that instrument and of course making money for ourselves. But if you look at it very well, you will notice the dollar started gaining strength even before the 5th of November. I'm telling you, even before the 5th of November, dollar started gaining strength before the 5th of November. So that means the market knows. Wow. I love this one. See, your own testimony is even bigger than my own. I say I made $455. That's around 800,000 naira. But you say I made 1.5 million from USJPY. Who is that person? Man, I'll drop my number at the end of this event so that you can chat me up, okay? Your name is not showing there. Okay, you can chat me up. If you made this kind of big amount, you need to pay profit offering. Oh my goodness. We need to take profit offering from you. Oh my goodness. I hope you get that joke. That's good. So we are always happy to see our clients making money on the market because that is the only reason they have to continue trading. Now, but if you're not making this kind of amount, if you're not making money, why not continue? There is light at the end of the tunnel. Continue learning. And of course, even when we started, it was not this rosy, right? We continue, we start digging more. So I share in your joy there. I think your name is not showing there. You just SS that is there. Made up to 1.5 million on USJ. I want to believe your family will be very happy you took this decision to learn how to trade. All right, guys. So I will share my screen right now so that we can start looking at the news we have, okay? So so let's start from fundamental analysis. So let's look at the website where we can get some fundamentals. So there are several websites you can get fundamentals. Those websites include forexfactory.com, investing.com, tradingeconomics.com, FS3. I love FS3. Let's look at FS3. FS3.com, my Facebook. So there are several websites, guys. You can get fundamental news. And of course, even without those websites, you can be able to still know what is happening in the world. So just following the macroeconomic indices and data of the world, that's equally fundamentals, right? And of course, all of us, we all know that US election was just locking around the corner, right? We already know that before now. If you're on Twitter, if you're not on Twitter and you are trading, it's not a good thing. No? Write it down. It's not a good thing. If you're a trader, you should be on Twitter so that at least you can be getting information. Twitter right now is the #1 news source in the world. #1 news source, guys. So why are you not on Twitter? Please, if you're not on Twitter, raise up your hand. Oh my God. All right, guys. So Twitter now outside those ranting, Twitter is #1 news source in the world. So you should be on Twitter, right? So that at least if you're not following all of this website, at least you just checking Twitter, you can be able to see news, right? News that will affect the market. We'll first join Twitter first. Then after you must have joined the account, I will tell you the Twitter account to follow. Okay. This our short 1 hour not be enough for us to cover that. Okay, but just join Twitter first. Thank you very much, guys. So I've been able to share my screen. I don't know. Check if you can see my screen, guys. Do me a favor. Check if you can see my screen. Can you see Forex Factory? So I've mentioned several websites, but among all of them, we'll stay with Forex Factory. Today being the 7th, Thursday the 7th of November, blessed day of the Lord. We are going to be looking at what is happening on the market. So guys, are you seeing my screen? Just type FF, Forex Factory. Okay, SS, I can see you there. So after this, I will check your message, okay? Okay, fine. You can see my screen, that's fine. So I said earlier, if you're not the type that likes checking this website, you should also be on on X, right? Twitter, X. Twitter has been renamed to X, okay? So pardon me if I still call it Twitter. So guys, try and join and create an account on Twitter so that you can equally be getting more news, okay? All right, guys. So today being Thursday the 7th, so these are the news events we have for today. Let's jump to the red impact, the high impact, the dangerous news, right? The high volatility news. So this impact here, you can see here, is actually the volatility of the market, right? So the news that have high volatility are the ones on red. For those watching us for the first time, so for today, we're expecting this high impact news. So that means if you have a trade on the Great British Pounds already running, guys, if that trade is on profit, listen carefully because this analysis is not only for you to take trade, it's also for you to manage a trade. Now, you need to learn how to pick a trade, analyze the market. If your trade is running, what do you do? It's called managing of the trade. Most traders know how to pick good entries, but they don't know how to manage the trade towards the exit, right? Now, it simply means two traders can pick the same trade, good entries, fantastic trade. The trend is in your direction, but guess what? The two of them may not close the trade in profit. Why? The difference is as a result of not managing the trade. So managing trade has been something that the traders have been overlooking. But guess what? It is your managing of your trade that determines whether you make profit or you exit in profit or not. So guys, if you have a running trade already on Great British Pounds, if you have a running trade already, please, for today, the British Pounds will rock. I mean, GPUSD, GPJPY, GPCHF, Euro GBP, that instrument will rock very well today. So guys, one thing you want to do for today is if you have a running trade, that trade is on profit already, you're holding it so that you can increase in profit. One thing you should do is to lock in your profit. So guys, there's a way to lock in your profit. You can actually lock in your profit, protect your profit for yourself by adjusting the stop loss from the risk zone to the profit zone. Well, what if you have a running trade and that trade is on negative? Of course, put a stop loss on your trade because the market can still turn and of course start giving you profit. So we have a Bank of England monetary policy there. Excuse me, guys. Bank of England monetary policy reports there. Now, report is a non-data news, right? Monetary policy summary is a non-data news. Of course, they have their official bank rates votes today. So they'll be voting whether to increase the rate or to hold the rate. So that will be happening today also by 1 p.m. Then we have the official bank rates also there in terms of percentage. So this one is a vote, this one is the percentage. So actually, then, of course, we have by 1:30, we have the Governor Bailey speaks. So, guys, 1 o'clock to 1:30 will be rocking really hard today. So you don't want to miss all of this. Now, actually, for a news that has 1 p.m. and 1:30, right? If by 1 the instrument is not moving, be rest assured traders are waiting for 1:30 the speech by the central bank governor, Bank of England governor. Traders are waiting for that speech to clarify the reason for the voting and on how those votings and of course the interest rate is going to impact the economy. So usually, listen carefully, we expect the market to move by 1, the first release. But if the market didn't move by this one, then of course we expect it to move by 1:30, right? So if you have some buy stop, sell stop in position, you may want to leave it if by that one it was not triggered, because we know very well by 1:30 it's going to be triggered, guys. Then of course by 2:30 p.m. today, we have the unemployment claims. Now I'm trying to be fast here because I want to explain how I was able to trade that how I was able to combine technical analysis, well, of course, with the fundamental analysis, the US election, to be able to make up to that 500 pitch. I will explain it so that you get some value, okay? You get some value. So by the end of this event, for today, we have 2:30 p.m. unemployment claims also from the US. That one is a weekly news, right? Those filing for unemployment benefits, and of course, that's another way of measuring unemployment in the US. Okay. Sorry, I think at this point I have to take some water. Just like 30 minutes. Yeah. No, actually, since 30 minutes, I've been 30 seconds. Oh my God. So let's continue, guys. So by 8 p.m. today, don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. We have federal funds rates in the US. Same thing we have in the UK for today, right? So actually today is the interest rate releases for the interest rate releases for the UK and also for the US. So federal funds rates, and of course FOMC statement to back it up, Federal Open Market Committee statement to back it up, which they normally meet 8 times in a year, right? To discuss the open market operations, the interest rate, how it's impacting the economy. And of course, I know they will discuss how the new government in place is going to affect the economy. So that will be a very strong one. So we expect the market to rock also very well. I expect the dollar to be strengthened, to even increase in strength more. Then, of course, we have the press conference there. So, guys, that will be a wrap for today. All right. So then tomorrow we have we have some news. All right. So, guys, don't forget 1 p.m., 1:30 p.m., and of course 8 p.m. Most persons usually forget 8 p.m. news, right? But they'll be on their way going back home. So guys, set your alarm so that you don't forget. So for today, let's just jump straight to the technical analysis so that, oh my gosh. So guys, I've been able to share my screen. Let's look at it carefully. Please, can you see my screen, my chat? So just type chat at the chat room if you can see my screen, please. that chart at the chat room if you can see my screen. Thank you very much. You can see my screen. So let's just do a quick one on the USD index, right? So the dollar index. So we saw the dollar index gapping to the upside because of that news, right? So gap is actually now this instrument was already on a very powerful upward trend, as you can see right here. So it decided to take a breather. It did a breather. By breather, I mean it did a retracement, right, to the downside, which is very, very unique and common to the market. But if you watch carefully, this retracement actually broke structures, right? Now, this analysis is called market structure analysis. So where we try to look at the highs and the lows, the liquidity resting below the highs and the lows, the areas of interest of the market, which are the highs and the lows. So our attention is actually on the highs and the lows and on how the market is gaining momentum, thereby breaking or trading above the highs and the lows, or the market is losing momentum, thereby respecting the highs and the lows. That kind of analysis is called market structure analysis. So look at this low here. So the market actually broke this low to form a new low. And where's the new low? So guys, this is the new low. So the market dumped this much. But guess what? Remember, fundamental analysis have no respect for technical analysis. So if you're hearing this for the first time, grab your notes and your pen, write it down. Fundamental analysis have no respect for technical analysis. I need to say, let's go direct. Let's go direct. Fundamental analysis have no respect for even the market structure. Do you understand that now? Fundamental analysis have no respect for the market structure. So that means from our market structure, the market has broken structures to the downside. So that means we expect momentum to start moving to the downside. But hey, Trump is coming on board because of that election there. Of course, we saw this gap. As you can see, this gap. So it took a gap for it to shift to the upside, right? It took a gap. So what is gap? Gap is pressure in the direction of the gap, right? So the market had a forceful momentum upward, right? So that is the strength pump into the dollar, pushing to the upside. And of course, we saw this gap. Now, whenever there is a gap on the market, now, if you watch carefully, there was a gap over the weekend, right? So because sentiment was that Harris is going to take the day. Don't mind all of those polls. Harris is going to win. Electoral college, this and that. So it gapped downward. But right now, when everything is pushing and turning towards Trump's direction, it gap upward. So gapping of the market actually is a force in that direction. So now that you understand that, remember now the market gapped to the upside. And of course, it traded to the upside again. It took out all of these relatively equal highs to form a new high. So that means the market has resumed the upward trend. So if your friends ask you what's happening to the dollar, you say dollar has resumed to the upside again, right? Now, but guess what, sir? After a break of structure to the upside, we expect a retracement. So look here carefully. So let me highlight these highs, right? So these highs, so let me highlight these highs. These highs, this high and this high is actually the highest high before the market said trading to the upside. So we're expecting a retracement. Of course, the market is giving that retracement cheaply. So this movement downward is called retracement. Retracement on the upward trend, guys. So the market is actually retracing on the upward trend, as you can see there, right? So if the market is retracing to the downside, it means for the US dollar, if you have a trade favoring the dollar and your trade right now is showing negative, you may as well exercise some patience, right? Patience is power on the market. That's another word for pips. Patience is power. Don't just fall in love with the pips, fall in love with the patience also. Now, it means all of this retracement is some weakness for the dollar. And of course, the market is actually trading to the downside to offer traders a cheaper price, a lower price, what we call discounts. right? So if you measure from this leg, from this low to this high, half of it, actually, this is half of it, right? So I would prefer the market to retrace properly to this 50% retracement, which is a good retracement. Anything below it is also good, right? That is 1.8. From there, the dollar will start pumping to the upside. Now, because of this retracement, you will expect instrument like Euro USD to start showing some momentum to the upside, right? So we expect instrument like Euro USD to start showing some momentum to the upside. So you expect this instrument to start showing some momentum to the upside. Now, this is actually trying to recover to the upside. So what are you going to do here for today? Now, I am still very bearish on Euro USD, guys. I'm still very bearish. Don't blame me. I trade what I see on the chart. Don't blame me. I trade what I see on the chart. I'm still very bearish, right? Now, sir, it is good to anticipate what the market will do, but it's best to trade what you see on the chart. Write it down. It is good to anticipate what you think the market will do, but it is best to trade what you see on the chart. So what are we seeing on the chart? We have seen a massive movement to the downside, right? And of course, it took out all of these lows to form a new low. Forming a new low is actually momentum to the downside. Then, of course, we expect some retracement to the upside. We expect some retracement to the upside. Just a minute, please. So we expect some retracement to the upside, and this retracement to the upside actually we expect it to retrace up to around the Fibonacci level. So let's look at some Fibonacci levels here. Uh-oh, what is this? So the Fibonacci level we're expecting to retrace. So if it retrace towards my 38% around this area, that would be a good sell for the dollar, right? A good sell. Now, see, this area is actually the opening price of yesterday, which will actually act as a resistance level. So around this area, you can see my chart very well. You can zoom in. Around this area, you should start looking out for sell opportunities, right? Now, this was the exact way I traded GBUSD during the US election, and I was able to cash that 500 pips. You too, you can do it, right? So it's actually an area of interest. So, sir, this area is called an area of interest. So that means inside this area, if there is a news that will favor the dollar, now listen carefully. This was actually the way I cut that amount of pips. If there's a news that will favor the dollar, right? That's number one. That's the first confluence, right? Or first reason to sell. If there's a news that will favor the dollar, then number two, inside this area is actually my technical analysis area of interest, where I expect the market to turn, right? So I'll be expecting more movement to the upside. Then inside this area, technically speaking, I would like to see a shift in the market direction, right? A shift, the market structure shift, MSS, market. So if you're hearing it for the first time, write it down. MSS, market structure shifts, right? So I'll be expecting the structure to shift here. And of course, I will be expecting myself inside here. Then let's do GBUSD real quick. So GBUSD here. So on GBUSD, so it was on GBUSD, I was able to catch that amount of pips, right? I think I have the video. If you want to still watch the video, I'll drop my number so that you can watch that video. But for now, let me show you how I was able to catch that number of pips, right? Just stay with me, guys. So this is H4 time frame. If you watch carefully, now if you have not been following me right now, you have to pay that attention because I want to show you how I was able to catch that number of pips. 500 pips, over $455. Plus catch it, okay? Christmas came very early, I can tell you that. Christmas came very early. So watch carefully. There was a movement to the downside, market structure right now I'm explaining to you. So then there's a retracement to the upside. Follow this, it will help you. Then there's another impulse to the downside, right? Now this impulse to the downside traded below this low to form a new low, right? So which is good. Now anytime the market has created a new low, we expect a retracement to the upside, right? So this is the retracement it took to the upside. As you can see that Then from there, then from there, we impulse again to the downside. Now breaking this low to form what? A new low. Then going to the upside again, we saw going to the upside again, retracement to the upside again. So this was where the US election was released, right? So if you look at this area, so we have what we call an order block, right? There's what we call an order block. So an order block is actually an area on the market that traders have a lot of orders lying with. Those orders can be bullish orders, can be buys or sells. So an order block is actually a block, an area on the chart where traders have a lot of orders. So that means they have seen that area to be a premium price for a bearish order block. So they are waiting to sell. They have seen that area to be a discounted price for bullish order block. So they are waiting to buy. So let me show you where I saw the order block, guys. So if you watch carefully, the market printed this order block. So let me highlight it for you. So this is the order block the market printed for us, right? So I was able to highlight the last, watch carefully. I was able to highlight the last bullish candle to the upside. So it was actually this candle, this particular one. This is the one I highlighted, right? So you notice after this, there was a whoosh displacement to the downside. Now watch, I'm trying to teach you what order block is. Now, after this candle, there was a whoosh displacement to the downside. Now, to confirm it's an order block. Now, this whoosh displacement to the downside is not enough to know that this area is an order block, right? It's not enough. So the market must retest it. So the market went up to that order block and tested it. So that is a confirmation that that area is an order block. Now, another block is simply the market will displace very fast from it. Now, to confirm that there is an order block, the market will quickly have to go back to retest it. So after the market has retested it, it has confirmed to us that that is an order block. Then, of course, then after that, we saw this huge displacement to the downside. So what you do, once you have noticed an order block, you just draw that area into the future. The next time the market comes around that area, and of course, you should be ready to take.
Hello, sir. I can't hear you very well, sir.
Hello, I can't hear you, sir.
It's like it's off. It's like it's off.
Hello, sir. Sorry, it's like your mic is muted, kind of. Audio is low.
I think it's network.
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you, sir.
There with the guys, the network issue.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hello, sir. Are you still coming back or you're off?
People like say we go YouTube. No, we still come back. I think it is it's network.
YouTube is still the same like this one.
No audio, please.
I think the network has taken him away.
So guys, I think the internet has been restored back. I think we can continue. Sorry about that glitch. Sorry about that break in transmission. Can you guys see me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, sir. Yes.
So there was actually a glitch there. So sorry about the break in transmission. Let me share my screen again.
It happens. We're in Nigeria.
So let's continue. So I was actually trying to measure the number of pips the market dropped, right? So the market actually dropped from here. It dropped up to you can see up to 150 pips, right? Well, I was able to cash about 120, 135, 140 pips, right? And all of that. So for today, what kind of trade can one take here, right? So I'm still very bearish on the US now. This is to answer your question now, right? Some of you asked, for today, what can we now do for today? So that sentiment is still there on the market, that the dollar is bouncing back. Now it's only going through some level of market correction we saw on the USD index, right? So let me draw this area of interest here. So this area is actually an area that I'm expecting the market to respect, right? So this is the area I'm expecting the market to respect, right? So this area. So if you can see my...
Why did you say that's an area to respect, sir?
Screen very well. So this area becomes my area of interest.
Can hear you here, please. I cannot hear you.
Okay, guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me, please? So
Yes, I can hear you.
This area, so you wait, right? You wait. Waiting is trading, right? Waiting is trading. So you wait. So you wait for more impact, more movement to the upside. Once the market enters inside here, then the next thing to do is to expect some what we call shift in the market structure or change of character. By change of character, the market should start printing lower lows on the lower time frame, right? So lower lows. So let me drop down to I'm not dropping down. I'm not going down. Let me change my chart to lower time frame. This is now a lower time frame, guys. So I'm still expecting the market to trade inside this area, right? I want to believe the market have not actually respected it already. I hope the market have not touched already. So I'm still waiting for the market to come inside this area before one start taking sales, right? So if you take your sales inside this area, then of course your take profit should be targeting the low. The low become the target liquidity, right? So you should be targeting these lows. Then of course your risk tolerance should also be in place. Then the next instrument we're going to analyze is let's do US. Let's do gold. Let's look at what's happening to gold. Guys, are you ready? So instrument gold here.
You said gold. That's not gold. Okay.
So instrument gold here. So let's look at what's happening to our lovely instrument here. Of course, you can see how much gold dump to the downside, right? So So let's do this analysis from the H4 time frame, right? So of course, we already know that there is a direct correlation, even though not 100% of the time, between the US dollar and the instrument gold, right? So we saw that big push to the upside. Now, why did gold dump like this? Because of the uncertainty. Gold normally thrives during moments or times of uncertainty on the market. So when investors all over the world are foreseeing uncertainty on the market, uncertainty like the crisis in Israel and of course Hamas and the rest of them, the US election, there are times of uncertainty. So gold normally gain a lot of strength. Why? Investors all over the world will be going for gold. Central banks also will be buying gold. So we normally expect gold and other precious metals. Now when I say gold, and gold is standing in for other precious metals, the same thing will happen to silver, right? So there will be a high demand for gold. So that's why we saw gold working to the upside. But guess what? One of the uncertainty has been made to rest. That is the US election. Right now, we now know who is the president, right? Elect. So that is why we saw the push in the dollar upward, and of course, gold have to also dive downward. Now, this gold may just continue to trade sideways or even start going down from here, depend on the level of uncertainty. Now, Trump being on the seat, right? So of course, there is already speculation that all of the wars will come to an end because it's ready to start cutting the fundings, right? Because once you start cutting fundings, because if there's no money again to buy ammunition, everybody will go and sleep. All right, guys. So now after this dump, what are we expecting? We're expecting a retracement, right? So after you see a dump like this, don't expect the market to continue dumping, right? So we're expecting a retracement, right? Because the market does not move like that. So we're expecting a retracement on this H4 time frame. We're having a pin bar here, pin bar indicating that this area is a rejection area. Traders are rejecting the area. They are saying no, the price is too low. We are not interested in selling again. Give us a premium price. So the market is about to retreat to the upside. So you can pick this retracement to the upside. That would be a high risk trade. Or you can wait for the market to retrace very well. All of this vacuum needs to be covered. In fact, the market has created what we call a very large vacuum here. That's a fair value gap here. So the market will need to actually trade inside this area, right? So you can take your trade to that area, jump to a lower time frame, look out for market structure shift, a lower time frame, right? This is a lower time frame. 30 minutes time frame is a lower time frame. So look out for market structure shift. Have the market shifted to the downside? That's what I mean by market structure shift, right? So see what I mean. So if we look at a much lower time frame, right? This is a much lower time frame, right? So we saw this high, then the market came to this low. This is almost not there because this is one leg to the downside, right? So the market pushed to the upside. This is a relatively equal high, but then that smashed this high to form a new high. Now it's just actually somehow it's not really clear, but these are the highs. This is the high the market needs to validate, right? So the market needs to trade above this high, this particular high, for us to say the market did not shift to the upside, right? Now trading above this particular high is the risk is much higher because that is just the opening price, right? That's just the opening price. So two areas where you can take your trade. You can take an instant, you can take a more aggressive entry for a buy because the market have traded above this high, right? That's a more aggressive entry, higher risk trade. Or you can wait further for the market to break this high, right? Breaking this high is a sign of momentum to the upside. Of course, you know how gold normally trends, right? Gold can move very well to the upside.
I can't hear you, sir.
So we are not selling. We are not. So the next instrument to analyze is US 100. So guys, US 100, are you there? US 100. So if you look at this instrument US 100, you can see how the market is pushing very hard to the upside, right? So this instrument is pushing very hard to the upside. Remember, US 100 is 100 best companies, right? So this is actually stocks, right? Companies trading on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, 100 best. So we expect the indexes or US 100 to start trading to the upside now, because Trump being on seat, he has been promising US companies that is going to start cutting or reducing the influx of product from China into the country, such that the economy will bounce back, that their farmers will go back to farm, that their product will start selling again. So actually the US, the Trump being on seat is actually going to favor US 100. I mean, favor companies in the US. So it simply means US 100 now, watch it from now to maybe the end of the year. This instrument will keep working to the upside. Will keep working to the upside. So your bias, what we call directional bias, should continuously be to the upside. I mean, look out for opportunities to buy this instrument, guys. Your Christmas can come to you very early, even from this November. Look out for opportunities to buy. Opportunities to buy means anytime you see this instrument pump to the downside, that means the instrument trade to the downside. I mean, if by next week, by next tomorrow, you see this instrument do something like this, or guy, it is time to start buying. Just wait for this instrument to start rocking all of the support. So now this is a support. Now this is actually another support, right? So anywhere you see a support, this instrument will be buying from there. This instrument will be buying from there. The reason is this instrument should start working to the upside. Now, for example, all of this upward move, dangerous upward move, was because of Trump's presidency, right? Trump's presidency. So you will expect more upward movement when he start putting his policies in place, trying to empower homegrown companies to do well, okay? So therefore, these are the areas to look out for, right? So if you are on a buy already, you can continuously hold that buy, continue to hold the buy, because the buy is in your favor. The buy is in your favor. If you are having a sell, or guys, stop not seeing the trade. It is time to cut short the losses and start taking the right trade, okay? Cut short the losses. Then, of course, if you're not on the trade, you wait. Wait for the market to do a little retracement. Remember, it has broken structures to the upside. They have taken out these highs. Wait for the market to retrace to this level. You can see the level area. This area becomes my area of interest. You can screenshot this so that you have it as a backup. Remember, we are also streaming this live on YouTube. The recordings are there on YouTube. Rally Trade on YouTube. You can watch this again. Or if the market dumps further into this area. So this area are my areas of interest, right? My areas of interest. So I think we have covered a lot of instruments. You are asking for USDJPY. So let's do USDJPY right here. That instrument, USDJPY, and of course, USD, GBP-JPY, very fantastic instrument. For those of you that like high volatility instrument that you want to trade and make money, or you are trying not to trade gold because of your small capital, the instrument you can trade is GBP-JPY, because it also moves very well. And of course, USDJPY. So let's do USDJPY here for you so that we can get value, okay? So let's look at USDJPY. You request for it, now you have it. Oh, I just passed it now. So this is USDJPY. Wow, this is so sweet, guys. Now, this is on the H4 time frame. I would like to drop down to H1 time frame to make it easier, and of course, so that you can appreciate it. So on this instrument also, I'm also looking at for buy positions, right? So this instrument is actually rocking a support, right? So this area is actually my area of interest, right? This area is my area of interest, right? It's my area of interest. So I would like to go in with a trade now. So all this while I'll be talking about area of interest. This instrument is actually on that area of interest. If you drop down to a much lower time frame, I'm sure it must have done the much needed market structure shift. On this particular one, I've not seen market structure shift though. Let me check 1 minute time frame. Okay, on 1 minute time frame. Oh my goodness. That's it. In trading, you have to be aggressive to make money, conservative to save money, sir. Write it down if you're hearing for the first time. Aggressive to make money, conservative to save money. So I've entered a trade on USJPY. Thank you for calling my attention to this one. I have to drop down to 1 minute time frame. I saw my area of interest. I have to drop down to 1 minute time frame to look out for market structure shifts. I'm looking out for a claim or something that will make me to believe, the market actually shifts to the upside. So let me draw it for you real quick here. So this is all this while the market have been creating lower lows. This is a low. Of course, this is a high. The high is respecting the previous high. The market pumped in a low, a much lower low, as you can see, right? So that means the market is going down. But guess what? Have we done the much needed market structure shift? Yes. The market, this is the first time the market was able to punch, right? Punch above the previous high to form a new high. Guys, are you following me? I am actually showing you what it means to experience a change of character or a market structure shift. Remember, I said you should write market structure shift the last time. So this is a shift actually. I was able to see this particular shift on the 1 minute time frame, guys. I looked for it on the 5 minute time frame. It was not too clear. I have to drop down further to a 1 minute time frame. So, sir, that means actually, write it down. Actually, this time frame or the lower time frames are for detail. Now, remember, they normally say the devil is hidden in the detail, right? So, if you're doing analysis and you want more detail, you drop down to the lower time frame, right? Drop down to the lower time frame. Remember, in the multitude of counsel, there is safety. Write it down. The multitude of counsel, there is safety. What is counsel? Information. If you need more information about the chart, you drop down to a lower time frame. Are you guys getting value? So the market have shifted to the upside from this much lower time frame because so you can see. So that was the reason for placing that buy. So I think we have covered the one for excuse me. So that is the reason for entering that buy. So my stop loss would have to be just below this low. And of course, my take profit will have to be targeting this side. So I've taken a trade. I think who called my attention to this particular trade? God bless you very much. God bless you for me. Oh my goodness. Trading is sweet, guys. So so you called my attention to that. I think we've done that, Mr. Kelly. I think we've taken a trade there. I think you want us to also analyze USD card. Should we do that one? I think I have an event this morning. I would like to round up right now so that I can have that seminar. I have a seminar this morning, guys. I will have to rest more so that I can prepare for that seminar. So you have been able to get some value. Get to the chat room. Let me know if you got some value. Type value if you got value. If not get value, type no value. Oh my God. I'm waiting for you. Type value if you got value. Type no value if you not get value. Guys, join us tomorrow for another exciting session. It's usually our morning market review. We do this every morning between 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. 1 solid hour of market analysis. Now, USJPY is actually going up. You can see jumping with the buy. And of course, guys, only one person type value. Wow. The rest of you, give me your report. Now, let me drop my number here, 09026264507. My name is Emmanuel Udogu. So, guys, thank you very, very much for joining us. And of course, may the market be with you, right? Always make sure you have a stop loss on your trade. You have a take profit on your trade. The rest of us, you guys not get value. Please type now. Type. Let me see you. Or you are busy taking the trade on USJPY. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I think I'll
overvalue.
Bye for now. Guys, have you taken down my number? So if you have further questions, you can drop it as chat, okay? Drop it as chat on my WhatsApp. My direct WhatsApp number, okay? Guys, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. God bless.
Hello, sir. We haven't taken your number. Hello.
Hello.
Please help us repeat the number, sir.